Hi medieval friends. This time we're going to make some honey glazed root vegetables. The root vegetables in particular that we'll be using are carrots, leeks, cabbage, and rutabaga and turnip. Now, some people have a real hard time telling the difference between a turnip and a rutabaga. Rutabagas, when you buy them at the grocery store, they have this really thick wax on them. Real thick. If you notice the rutabaga's colors, it's a little darker and yellow. The purple is a different shade, and the bottom half is a little bit more of a yellowish orange than the white and lighter purple turnip. But these are both vegetables that the Vikings have been known to grow. Carrots were not orange. They were purple or they were white. This is a white carrot, not a parsnip. So we are going to wash and peel, get all this waxy ick off, wash and peel our vegetables. Now that our vegetables are all washed and peeled, we're going to take our rutabaga, our turnip, and our carrots and chop them. Now that we have our turnip, rutabaga, and white and purple carrots all cut up, we're going to add them to a pot on the stove. Now that our vegetables are all in our pot on the stove, we're going to add water to it and bring them to a boil for about 5 minutes. While we're waiting on that to boil and for 5 minutes to pass, we're going to work on our cabbage and our leeks. The first thing we're going to do is take the head of cabbage and cut it about 1/4 of it off, and we're only going to use a little bit of it, and I'm going to slice it. With the cabbage sliced, we're going to take our leeks and cut them off at the root, and then we're going to cut them off right before it starts getting dark green. So we'll cut this off about here, and then we're going to wash them really well. Leeks grow in really sandy dirt, so they tend to get a lot of that in between these leaves, and we really don't want to eat that. I usually take my leeks and cut them long ways and then slice them. After your 5 minutes are up, you're going to want to turn off your burner and drain the water. If you would like to use the water for the extra vitamins and nutrients to water your garden, that's always a great idea. Wait for it to cool off first, though. If you save the water, you'll notice it has this really pretty purple hue to it because of the carrots. So we're going to let that sit for a while, and I'm going to use it to water my garden later. For now, we're going to go to our stove and we're going to turn on a skillet to medium, and I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of butter and try to get that melting because we have a lot of vegetables to saute. So we're going to get our pan nice and greased up with our butter, and once that's all melted, we're going to take our vegetables and just add them on in there. As big as this pan is, it's a lot of vegetables. You want to make sure they get cooked evenly. So you want to just kind of saute them until they get soft. Once they've sauteed for a good 5 minutes or so, you'll want to test with your carrots. If they break apart real easy with just a little spoon like this, you're good. So now is when we're going to add in our cabbage. And our leeks. And give those a good stir. Get them nice and incorporated. And let them cook. You can put a lid on it. You can leave it open, but you want to let them cook until your cabbage gets nice and wilty and your leeks have tenderized. Now that all of our vegetables have had a chance to cook, and you're starting to see some coloration, especially on these ones at the bottom, this is the point where you want to add your seasonings. Salt, pepper, cinnamon, whatever you feel like adding. And we're going to throw on our honey, as little or as much as you like. Just kind of put it on there, taste test it, see what you got. Happy feasting, friends.